Hello and welcome to my channel. In this section of the video, we are going to cover 10 practice questions that you should expect to have gone through before you take your PMP exam. So these are the practice questions which I've also created. However, my extra effort was to link these specific practice questions to pages or sections in the PMBOK edition 8, where you can also go and make reference in case there are some weak areas you've discovered as you practice. You can also make reference to the PMBOK, and then you can also get some explanations. So these 10 practice questions, they are also helpful because we are going to cover the question, and then we are also going to cover the answer, and then we are also going to make a reference to the PMBOK 8th edition, which is the current version, where you are going to be able to go through the concepts, the ideas, the domain, and also the process groups. So these 10 questions, they are going to be a mixture of easy, hard, and very hard questions. But I believe the moment you go through them, the moment you understand the concept of eliminating some of these answers, the better for you as you go to as you go to your PMP exam. So let's move on. Practice question number 61. A team wants to choose the cheapest supplier, but the quality risk is high. What should the project manager do? Okay. So what is our problem statement here? The team, they want to choose the cheapest supplier, but the quality risk is high. What should the project manager do? A, consider total value, quality risk, and procurement criteria before. Okay, I like this one because they are considering value here and also the quality. B, choose the cheapest supplier automatically. As a project manager, you don't do things automatically. There must be some human intervention to assess the situation, making this one incorrect. Then C, choose the most expensive supplier. All right, the team is asking for cheapest supplier. So as a project manager, you cannot just go and choose the expensive supplier, making this one incorrect. Let the supplier decide the selection criteria. Supplier cannot decide on behalf of the client. So as a project manager, you're the one who is supposed to do this. Making A the best answer in this scenario. So you need to consider total value, quality, risk, and also procurement criteria before recommending anything to do with supply. So what is our reference here? In PMBOK, we are referencing focus on value principle. What does it say? Focus on value emphasizes decisions, okay, that should protect, It emphasizes decisions that should protect intended outcomes, benefits, and also a stakeholder. Then the best mindset here is to value, best value is not always the lowest price. Sometimes you might have something very expensive but low value, something very cheap but high value. So making A the best answer, because supply decisions should balance costs, okay, quality, risk, and also value, making A the best answer. Practice question number 62. A project has frequent agent defects after every release. What should the project manager do? Okay, so this is also classified as hard in terms of the question. So what is our problem statement? The project has frequent defects after every release. Okay, so which means after every release they are finding defects. What should the project manager do? A is to analyze root cause and improve quality process. I like the word analyze root cause here. Add more people only. This does not address the problem of defects. All right? Hide defects in separate log. Don't hide anything. Ethics, project management ethics does not allow for this. So making this one incorrect. Stop releasing forever. You don't stop activities in a project just like that. Making this one incorrect. So the best answer here is A. You need to analyze the root cause and improve the quality process, because this is to do with defects. Okay, every release you're having defects, so you need to analyze what is causing these defects. And what is our reference in PMBOK? Embed quality processes and deliverable principles. What does it say? The quality principle emphasizes building quality into processes, deliverables, instead of relying on the final inspection. So you have quality throughout the project. And the best mindset to apply to this particular question is you need to fix the processes, not just the symptoms. So this specific answer is fixing the process. Once you get the root cause, you are able to fix the process, making A the best answer because recurring defects indicates quality process weakness, okay? That might require root cause analysis, making A the best answer. Practice question number 63. An agile team is self-organizing, but a manager keeps assigning tasks directly. What should the project manager do? So we have a problem here. We have a team, agile team, that is self-organizing, but the manager is still assigning tasks, which means the manager is behaving as if this is a predictive environment. What should the project manager do? Okay, coach the team manager and team on the agreed roles and empowerment. This makes sense. You want to coach them on more on the agile activities. Okay, then B, let the manager continue because hierarchy always wins. In a project environment, managers, in most cases, you find they're not subject matter experts. So allow the team to self-organize in an agile environment, making this one incorrect. Remove the team from planning. You don't just remove the team from planning. You need the team for project planning, making this one incorrect answer. Escalate without discussion. Don't escalate in a project unless it's something that is beyond your authority or your approval. As a project manager, try to resolve issues at project level, making this one incorrect. So the best answer here is A. You need to coach the manager and the team on agreed roles and also empowerment. What is our reference to our PMBOK? We have to build an empowered culture principle. You get it on page 53. What does it say? An empowered culture supports trust, collaboration, accountability, and team ownership of delivered outcomes. All right. The best mindset that you can also apply in this scenario is protect empowerment through coaching and also role clarity. So this is very important mindset. If you are protecting empowerment through coaching, then it makes A the best answer in this particular scenario using that mindset. Making A the best answer because self-organizing, it needs support, leadership, and also clear boundaries. Making A the best answer in this scenario. Practice question number 64. A schedule compression option can meet the deadline, but increase risk and cost. What should the project manager do? Right? So project manager is supposed to make the right decision here. What is our problem statement? We have a schedule compression. Okay. Schedule compression, you can even use it through the fast track, also if you want to do it that way. Then you also have compression options that can meet the deadline, but it's going to increase the risk and also the cost. So this is what is normally called crashing when it comes to project compression, because here we're increasing the cost. So what should the project manager do? Present trade-offs and seek decision through governance. Okay, it makes sense. Trade-offs here. Then apply compression secretly. As a project manager, everything should be transparent. So this one cannot be the answer. Refuse to discuss options. Don't reject anything in a project. Always be open to options. So this one cannot be the answer. Reduce the scope without approval. You don't just go and reduce the scope. It's the responsibility in a predictive environment of the sponsor and the users. In Agile, it has to be done by the product owner. So making this one incorrect answer. So the best answer here is A. Okay, which is to present trade-offs and seek decision through governance. All right, and what is our reference? Schedule performance domain, page 47 to 58. What does it say in terms of schedule? Domain, it focuses on planning, development, monitoring, and also sequencing. So this is schedule compression, okay, but it's going to result in high risk and also a cost. So what is the mindset? The best mindset here is to make the trade-off transparent. This is very important for this particular question. So now the trade-offs, they are now seek decision on governance. So you now have a trade-off, you discuss with the stakeholders, and then you agree. Making A the best answer because schedule compression affects constraints and should be decided clear with clear impact information, making A the best answer in this scenario. All right. A stakeholder claims a requirement was promised verbally by a former project manager. It is not documented. What should the current project manager do? So our problem statement with a stakeholder who is claiming that there was a requirement which was promised verbally, okay? It was never documented. What should the current project manager do? A is to review records, clarify the need, and also process any change format. Okay, this makes sense. You want to know more about this verbally agreed requirement. Right, B, accept the claim automatically. You don't just go into accepting without understanding the historical part of it without understanding what exactly is the stakeholder expecting, making this one incorrect answer. Reject stakeholder permanently. You don't reject stakeholders in a project environment. So I don't know why someone would choose an answer like this one. It's incorrect. Then D, ask the team to edit without analysis. You don't just jump into action. You need to analyze and understand, making A the best answer in this scenario. So you need to review the records, clarify the need with the stakeholder, okay? And also process any change formally. In case this change is going to be implemented, it was done verbally previously, but it has to be formally documented, which is part of A answer. And what is our reference? Into PMBOK, Scope Performance Domain, page 36 to 46. All right. And the best mindset that you can also apply here is clarify and documented expectations and use the change control. This is the best mindset that you can use in this particular scenario. Making A the best answer because verbal claims, they require verification and formal handling, okay? If they affect scope, making A the best answer. I hope you're enjoying the video so far. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to click the like button, subscribe button, and the notification button so that you are the first person to be notified each time a new video is uploaded on this channel. It will also help the channel to grow. It will also help the channel to produce more videos like this one. Practice question number 66. During risk review, the team says a high impact risk is unlikely and should be ignored. What should the project manager do? What is our problem statement? There is a risk review meeting, right? Then the team is saying a high impact risk is unlikely. Okay, this is what they are saying and should be ignored. What should the project manager do? A, ensure it is analyzed and an appropriate response or what strategy is defined. Okay, I like this one. Analyzed. Right? Delete it because probability is low. You don't delete risks because someone is saying it should be ignored, making this one incorrect. Wait until it becomes an issue. You don't wait in a project. You're going to cause delay. What if this issue is going to be a blocker? So you can't take this as the best option for now. Ask only the sponsor to decide without the team. You can only go to the sponsor if it's something beyond your authority or you require approval, making this one incorrect. So the best answer in this scenario is A. So why is A the best answer? You have to ensure you are analyzing, okay, the appropriate response, okay? Instead of saying it should be ignored, like what is coming from the team. Remember, this one has got a high impact. So the moment you ignore, if it happens, then you'll be in trouble. So what is our reference? Risk performance domain, where you have to identify the risk. You also need to come up with risk responses. And what is the best mindset to respond to this? So the best mindset is high impact still deserves attention. Remember, this one has got high impact. So there's no way this can be ignored. It has got high impact, so it requires attention. Making A the best answer because low probability, high impact risks, they require contingence, monitoring, and also escalation, making A the best answer. Then the practice question number 67. A project's benefits depend on users changing their daily process, but training has been cut. What should the project manager do? Okay. So our problem statement here is project benefits depends on users changing their daily process, but training has been cut. So we don't have training here. It has been cut. This is what is coming out here. All right. What should the project manager do? Okay. So A is to raise the impact on value realization and recommend corrective action. Okay. I like the word on value realization and impact. So I'll leave this one out for now. Accept the cut silently because training is not a deliverable. Training is one of the most important activities in a project environment. You need to train your team, make them capable of delivering the deliverables in a project environment, making this one incorrect. Right? Close the project entirely. You don't just close the project because the training has been cut. So this one cannot be the correct answer for now. Ask users to learn by trial and error. You don't do trial and error. During execution of a project, you need to develop your team so that they are also capable. So the difficult level of this is also hard. So the best answer here is A, okay? You need to raise the impact on value realization, okay? And also recommend the action. Because remember, this is the project benefit is depending on users changing their daily processes, which means they're going to change what they've been doing all along. But training also has been cut. So you need to raise that in terms of value realization. And our reference in PMBOK is a focus on value principles. The best mindset to apply here is to protect outcome, which is very important, not just deliverables. You can have deliverables, but what is the outcome, the goals, objectives of the project? That is what you are supposed to protect. Making A the best answer because benefits may fail without adoption support, so the impact must be visible and addressed. Making A the best answer. Practice question number 68. A team member reports a possible ethical concern involving vendor gifts. What should the project manager do? Okay, so we have a team member here. He is raising possible ethical concern about some gifts that is happening in the project. The difficult level is hard here. What should the project manager do? Number one, follow ethics, procurement, and governance procedures transparently. I like this one. You're following ethics. Ignore if it is project is ignore it if the project is on schedule. You don't ignore issues or risks in a project environment. So making this one incorrect. Accept gifts if they are small. You don't accept gifts because they are small. It depends. In some countries, in some laws, it's not allowed. So this cannot be the best answer in this particular scenario because this is coming from a member and some ethical issues. Ask the team member to stay quiet. You don't do this. You are hiding information. It's unethical. As a project manager, you don't do unethical you don't do unethical things in a project environment. So it makes A the best answer in this particular scenario. So you need to follow ethics because this team member is raising ethical concerns here because of gifts. So you need to follow ethics. What is our reference in PMBOK? Be an accountable leader. Okay. What does it say? Accountable leader requires ownership, transparency, ethical behavior, and also responsible decision making. So what is our best mindset to apply to this particular scenario? You need to act ethically and follow policy, which exactly is what we have here. You need to follow ethics on our answer, procurement, and also government procedures transparently. So making A the best answer because ethical concerns, they require transparent handling through appropriate procedures, making A the best answer. Practice question number 69. A project is behind schedule because appropriate approvals are delayed by a governance board that meets monthly. What should the project manager do? So the difficult level is hard, right? So let us go through the problem statement here. A project is behind schedule. So we have a project that is behind schedule because approvals are delayed. So approvals are being delayed by governance board that is meeting monthly. So that's a big problem. You have delays in approvals because the governance board is meeting monthly. What should the project manager do? Let us go through the answers now. Analyze impacts and propose tailored decisions mechanisms for time-sensitive approvals. Okay, it makes sense. If you start by analyzing, it makes sense. You get more information before you make a decision. Skip all board approvals. There was a reason why the approvals from the board were supposed to be done. So you cannot all of a sudden start skipping them, making this answer incorrect. Stop tracking the schedule. As a project manager, you cannot stop tracking the schedule. It's one of the items you should keep to your chest throughout the project, making this one an incorrect answer. Ask the team to approve the changes themselves. Approvals, if they are supposed to be done by high authority, you cannot ask your team to be doing that, making this one incorrect. So therefore, the best answer in this scenario is actually A, which is to analyze the impacts, propose tailored decisions mechanism, and also time-sensitive approvals. And how do we reference this to our PMBOK? You go to governance performance domain, which is page 10 to page 37. What does the governance performance domain say? It supports alignment, accountability, decision paths, performance monitoring, assessing and implementing changes throughout the governance process. And the best mindset that could be used in this scenario is you need to improve governance flow without bypassing authority. So in this particular scenario, you cannot ask, because they're waiting for approvals, this team, You cannot ask the team to bypass governance, okay? Governance board's approval because they're being delayed. You have to follow that. Making A the best answer because tailoring governance can reduce delay whilst it's also maintaining control. Making A the best answer. Practice question number 70. A stakeholder complains that risks are discussed too late. What should the project manager do? Okay, so the difficult level here is high. So what is our problem statement? We have a stakeholder who is complaining that the risks being discussed too late. Okay, he's complaining that the risks are being discussed too late. So this is the problem statement. What should the project manager do? Okay, so A, improve risk communication, timing, and stakeholder improvement. Okay, makes sense because you are improving risk communication here. Send the risk register only at closure. This is not how you behave in a project environment. Risk register is supposed to be updated, reviewed continuously throughout the project, making this one incorrect answer. Stop discussing risks to avoid concern. You cannot stop discussing risk. Every project, I'm yet to see a project which doesn't have a risk from my experience. So it means you have to discuss risk, making this one incorrect answer. Ask the stakeholder to ignore risk information. You don't ignore risk information. Risk is actually very important because it gives you that proactive time to look at how you're going to respond in case it materializes, making this incorrect answer. So the best answer here is A. Okay? You need to improve risk communication, timing, and also stakeholder involvement. Now, how do we reference this to our PM book? Risk performance domain, which is on page 92 to 102. What does it say? Risk domain, it includes planning, okay, risk identification, analysis, implementation of responses, okay. So this stakeholder is complaining that the risks are being discussed too late, all right. So what is the best mindset that you should apply here? You need to communicate risks early enough for action. The earlier you understand the risk, the better for you, because you can also try to put the risk responses that you have to apply at that particular moment, in case it's going to materialize into an issue. Right, making A the best answer, because the risk management includes timely communication and also stakeholder participation. So in this particular scenario, the difficulty level is actually very hard. It's very important to understand that if there's a stakeholder who is complaining that risks are being discussed too late, it's best for you to improve the risk communication and timing and also stakeholder involvement so that that stakeholder can also be involved in some of these discussions when it comes to risk communication. And that is also under the risk performance domain, making A the best answer in this scenario. If you want me to create more videos based on what we've gone through in this video, you can reach out to me or you can let me know in the comment section below.